Tonight, the governor's office puts an $88 billion price tag on the cost to run the state of Michigan. Good evening. I'm Ann Emmerich.
And I'm David Andrews. The state budget office presented its full proposed spending plan for the upcoming fiscal year. News 10's Riley Connell here in studio now to break down those numbers. Riley?
Yeah, Ann and David, Budget Director Jen Flood told lawmakers on the appropriations committees her office balanced this budget by making some reductions, improving department efficiencies, and pulling from some of the state's reserve funds. Roughly $14 billion would come from the state's general fund. The plan includes a tax credit increase for working families and property tax breaks for seniors. About $600 million will be dedicated to literacy and early childhood education. The budget office is trying to overcome a $1 billion revenue shortfall this year, proposing new income sources for the state, including taxes on tobacco, online gambling, and digital advertising. Lawmakers will negotiate the final budget over the next 140 days. They agree there is a lot of work to do, with Republicans already looking at opportunities to cut costs and Democrats stressing the importance of their deadline after missing it last year.
We left local governments, we left school districts, we left nonprofits and the business community with uncertainty, with chaos.
We're not going to do their taxes. We're not going to add workers. We're going to cut ghost employees. We're not going to raid the rainy day fund.
The Michigan legislature narrowly avoided a government shutdown last year. It was able to pass a bipartisan spending plan, which costs roughly $80 billion. David, back to you.
All right, Riley, thank you. We will take a closer look at the new proposed taxes and get reaction from experts tonight on News 10 at 11.
Well, we are